Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Algorithms and Flowchart Light Academia. In this series of videos, I will try to explain algorithm and flowchart easier and more understandable way. If you like the videos, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone. Today's example is about using repetition and decision statements in the same algorithm. Let's start reading the question. Write an algorithm and draw the flowchart that will find and print the numbers which are divisible by 5 or 6 in between the integer boundary values that are entered from the keyboard. So as we can understand from here, we will have two boundary values. Look at the example output. It says that enter the minimum boundary. The user enters a number. It says that enter the maximum boundary and the user enters another number. So the algorithm is going to find and print all the numbers which are divisible by 5 or 6. So our output more or less will look like this one. Let's start our algorithm. How many outputs we have, how many input we have, we are going to decide. It says that we have to enter minimum boundary and maximum boundary, and in between these two numbers we are going to find and check the numbers which are divisible by 5 or 6. So definitely we are going to start with step number 0, and in step number 1 we need to declare integer minimum boundary and integer maximum boundary, and all the numbers in between minimum and maximum can be written as number, can be considered as number. Minimum number, maximum number, and all the numbers in between minimum and maximum. We will start from minimum, we will go through the maximum value, and all the numbers will be considered as number. So let's start by asking the user to enter the minimum boundary. Enter minimum boundary. So we can directly define the input in here, the user entry. In step number 3, we are asking the user to enter the maximum boundary. Okay, and this is the maximum. So what is the next thing that we have to do? What did I say? I said all the numbers in between minimum and maximum may be considered as number. So according to this, I can say that my number, first number, will be minimum. So as we know, in algorithm, the assignments are from right to the left hand side. So I say that my minimum number in this case will be sent to the number's first value is minimum. Okay, so in step number 5, so we are starting from the minimum, and we can say that if the number, the first number, the minimum number, if the number is divisible by 5, or if the number is divisible by 6. But we cannot leave it like that. This is wrong. So what do we have to do in here? If number is divisible by 5 and the remainder equals to 0, or number is divided by 6 and if the remainder equals to 0. That is the correct description of this step. So we can cancel this step. This step is the correct one because we are using modulus operator in order to find the remainder. If the remainder is 0 after the modulus operator, after the division, we may say that numbers are divisible by 5 and numbers are divisible by 6. And if the numbers are divisible by 0, divisible by 5 and 6, we are combining it with or. We simply say that in here, print the number. Okay, because it says that all the numbers in between 5 and 6 will be printed at the output screen. After we finish that, we start from the minimum one and we need to go till the maximum one. So in here, what we have to do in step number 6, we need to increase the number value by 1. All right, this is the first value, minimum one, and we check it. According to checking decision, we print it or we did not print it. And in here, we simply increase the number by 1. But we need to find the last number. So the last number in here is this. If the number that we increased it less or equal to the maximum number. What it says to us, it says that we start from the minimum number, we increase the number by 1, and we check the number whether it is less or equal to the maximum value, first value and the last value in here. How the numbers are changing? One by one, because we increase the number one by one in this case. So if the number is less or equal to the maximum number, what we have to do, if there are more numbers that we need to check, we simply repeat the steps of checking the decision, whether the numbers are divisible by 5 or divisible by 6. So go to step number 5 in here. Otherwise, in any case, we have to end the algorithm. So let's start. Starting from the beginning. Step number 1, we started the algorithm. We declare minimum boundary, maximum boundary, and all the numbers in between min and max. And we ask the user to enter the minimum boundary. We ask the user to enter the maximum boundary. We assign the minimum number to the number, so all the numbers starting from the first number. Then we say that number is divisible by 5, but I said that this is wrong. You have to write the equal to 0 in here, equal to 0, which means that numbers are divisible by 6, numbers are divisible by 5, and we combine it with OR. And if this is the case, we print the number. And after that, we want to reach to the maximum one. That's why we increase the number by 1. At the end, we check the number. Is it less or equal to the maximum? If it is, we go to the step number 5 to check the new number is divisible by 5 or 6. If not, we finish the algorithm. So let's try to draw the flowchart according to this. Step number 0. As you know, we always start with an oval shape. Step number 1. So variable declaration, that's why it is a rectangle. Step number 2. Enter the minimum boundary, enter the maximum boundary. So trapezoidal shape is in here. Step number 3, the same maximum, entering the maximum boundary. And step number 4, simply assignment. Number equals to minimum, we assigned it. And in step number 5, we have a basic decision. So I am going to use in here just a basic diamond shape. And if this is true, if the case is true, I am going to print the number. So I can say that in here, if this is true, we will simply print the number. I will just say that true. Okay, if this is true. If this is not true, or even it is true, I am going to increase the number value by 1. So this is the step number 6. And in any case, whether you are printing or not, you have to increase the number value by 1. This is the step number 6. And in step number 7, so I am going to continue in here in the step number 7. In the step number 7, there is another if statement. So since there is another if statement, we need to use another diamond shape. Okay, this one says that if the number less or equal to the maximum, there is a loop in here, which will be repeated again and again until this statement is, true. So what we are going to do in this case, number less or equal to maximum. If this is true, we need to go to the step number 5 again. Go to step number 5. And if this is false, we can simply end the algorithm with an oval shape. This is the step number 8. So don't forget to put the connection symbols after each of it. So what we have done, we started from step number 0 with an oval shape. Step number 1, rectangle. All the number entry, step 2, step 3, trapezoidal. And we have the assignment, number equals to minimum. And we check the numbers are divisible by 5 or 6. If it is true, we printed the number. But in any case, we simply perform the number incrementation. Whether it is false, we need to perform the number incrementation. After that, we have step number 6, and in step number 7, we have another decision statement. So in here, we simply say that number less or equal to the maximum, and if it is true, we go to the step number 5. Otherwise, we go out of the loop and we finish the statement. So that was all. It wasn't difficult, but I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you very much. See you in the other videos.